Monday to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m.
Hey, you know what it is. It's your boy El Tito.
This is DJ Smokes.
This your boy Kid X.
It's Miss Party.
It's Younger Chief. Please say the Chief.
You locked in right here with the driver's seat.
With the hip-hop mom, the awesome, the amazing, the incredible
Lebang Kgosana
on 919 FM.
Don't touch the dial, baby.
You're in the driver's seat with Lebang Kgosana.
Yeah, man, it's called Maybe by the one and only Will Lindley, who I am yet to meet. I feel like I know him already because I listen to his music, but I feel like, can I just meet him in real life? That'll make me really, really happy. Also played you Umsebenzi Wethu 2.0 by Buster 929 featuring Lady Do, Zuma, as well as Mpura. And of course, I opened up the triple play with Ngisema Thandweni by Russell Zuma featuring Gaba Canal and George Leslie. It's 18 minutes past 4. Welcome to the driver's seat. My name is Lebang Kgosana and I'm with you all the way until 6 p.m. Best part of my day being in studio right now with the one and only drumroll, Ross Learmonth.
Hey. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's finally good to have you here. I don't know. I think we've been sort of trying to arrange this for a while.
Yeah.
And the God said, it is time.
It is time.
And here we are together in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so good to have you, man. And it's also nice to have you at a time where, you obviously have some new music out and there's a new video out. There's just really exciting things happening for you. And I think that's my favorite thing is to have you around when there's so much to talk about, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of want to take it a step back, and just almost just ease into it. When did you fall in love with music? When did you know that I'm going to be a musician? This is the thing for me. Was it like a calling or was it something that just kind of happened?
Yeah, it was like lightning. It struck like lightning. It was. I walked into the school hall. It was two kids playing rock and roll.
Yeah.
Very aggressive, but they were extremely talented.
Yeah.
And I remember my organs became like a lava lamp. I changed inside. It was a weird thing.
Yeah.
And I became a musician.
Wow.
That was it for me.
Yeah. And since then, it's just been this is all I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful road.
Yeah.
It's been a hard road, but it's been a great one as well.
Yeah. So after listening to your new song, Honey, I kind of get the vibe you're kind of transitioning.
Yeah.
Almost finding yourself and finding your own unique sound. And, I think that's so great.
Sure.
And I always kind of think about, artists and creatives in general in the space and, what is it going to take for artists just to kind of be more honest with themselves, you know what I mean? And just be I can do this just if I depend on myself and believe only in myself rather than maybe, the relying on other things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm basically saying I love when artists do what you've done and just strip off, all that other stuff and the old stuff and just renew themselves and become a different version of themselves and still be completely vulnerable.
Yeah.
What is it going to take for other artists to just kind of do that and realize that it's maybe part of the journey?
It took me a long time. I suppose it's something that you have to figure out for yourself. People tell you, don't go down that road, don't do that, and you'll prove them wrong. And, it's there is sometimes those odd, occasions. But generally, it's something you got to learn yourself.
Sure.
And when you are ready to do it, there's a lot of things like this video. I would never have done this video 5 years ago, and I don't think I would have been able to be that vulnerable.
Yeah.
I was still drinking then. For me, my journey's been different with that. So walking away from that and putting that on film and talking about it has not been something that would be normally my vibe.
Your vibe, but I mean, you definitely, absolutely pulled it off. You did an amazing job. I actually do want to talk about the video.
Sure.
So talk to me about the crew. Talk to me about the concept. The first thing I noticed was how relatable it is.
Sure.
I was like, yeah, me too. It was giving #me too, and I think that's such a powerful place to start from. So walk me through the concept. The directing, the team that you did it with. It's such a beautiful piece of work.
Thank you. I worked with a company called Brave initially, and they sort of helped me look at what I was from an outside perspective. I thought I sort of wanted to interview. They interviewed me and sort of helped me find a bit more of a targeted focus for myself. And my whole thing was about reverberating and trying to connect with people. And my music's sort of about sort of building on my experiences, and also, you know, it's not always got to be that serious, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
And so that sort of helped me guide the way to sort of just being a little bit more vulnerable and more open. And my beautiful lady Kirst was sitting in the room listening to the song, and I told her sort of my story around why the song and what it was, and she had a beautiful concept. So no pressure. I just said, don't F it up, and she didn't. It was a great concept. Devan and his team came in and shot it, and we literally shot the video, and 2 days later it was cut and edited and done.
Hectic. It's so good. And how was the experience working with you know, your partner? I mean, she obviously knows you so well. You know, and even if you say no pressure, there is definitely pressure when you're working with the person that you love. You know, you essentially spend most of your time with. It's like, if you don't get this right, we're gonna have a big problem.
Exactly.
But I feel like she definitely got it right.
She definitely got it right. It was everything. There was a lot of beautiful things that just sort of happened, and I think she really was, as a first time doing a music video, it's definitely not going to be her last.
Yeah.
And she just really did an amazing job working with all the actors. They were friends of ours, and weirdly enough, each one of them, it sort of depicts an emotion and a sort of a mental state of mine. Yeah. And it was amazing. She really helped with that. So I'm used to being told what to do by my girlfriend. So I just carried on with that. You know.
So it was just another day. It was just another Tuesday for you.
Don't do that. Do this. Okay. Cool.
Oh man, that is so cool. Ross, who's like your dream collaborator? Like, if there is somebody that you can pick, dead or alive, that you could get into studio with, who would you pick and why?
It's a very hard question. I mean, there's so many local people that I still want to work with that I've done stuff with but never released, like Jesse.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is this stuff just like sitting in the vaults?
It's sitting in the vaults, and we just got to finish some stuff. And, you know, so there's a lot of local people. Shikana, I'd love to work with.
Wow.
So like, I've got a big list locally. Internationally, I'd love to work with. I mean, so off the top of my head, I can't even think. Like, I love a band called Louis Del Mar.
Okay.
I'd love to work with them.
Yeah.
You know, there's some obscure kind of bands that, you know.
Sure.
Guitarras, Hermanos Guitarras.
Yeah, okay,
So
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, so there's some weird bands I'd love to work with as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, very hard to say.
I mean, it's hard to say, but I also feel like at different stages in your career, you'll probably have a different answer, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So 5 years ago,
not the same
not the same person.
Yeah.
And I think that's completely allowed. Sometimes you'll get like fans complaining and saying, oh my gosh, Ross has changed. Now he's all soppy. And I mean, he's grown. Yeah. And I hope you've grown too.
Yeah, it's nice to explore different avenues and different sounds, and it's sad that you can't, like, you feel, I think as any artist, to feel restricted to one kind of thing. And yes, it is like it's like a big algorithm in this, you know, in real life, you know, like people associate you with the sound, but then they can always go back and listen to that.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. Yeah. Like, so if you ever feel like you're stuck in a time, you can just like transport yourself back there, and I think that's the beauty of music. Just listen to the old stuff and go about your way.
Nostalgia.
So Ross, talk to me about eventing. Like, we just had a conversation off air, and I was like, would you ever do radio? And you were like, maybe like something Halloweeny. My first thought was like, why don't you host like an annual Halloween concert type thing? Like, where you actually like perform all your stuff, and maybe like Ross and Friends, like spooky edition, whatever. I think that would be pretty cool.
I used to, when I was with Prime, we did a couple of Halloween things. And I remember like my outfit didn't fit me very well, so it was kind of showing off. I was a skeleton outfit that was a little bit small for me. Maybe it was for a 12-year-old.
Sure.
But you try on your uniform, your scary outfit. And that was always cool, fancy dress. But maybe one day I'll release my ghost stories and I'll do that.
A podcast. Look at that.
The curse of the ghosty man.
Oh, scary. I think it could be dope. And I just like the fact that there's a variety of things that you're interested in, and it's not just the music. And it kind of, I get this vibe that you're just like a generally creative guy who's just interested in stuff in general. And if it's something, you know, if you like it, you go for it, you just give it a try, and that kind of thing.
I watched a documentary on Prince the other day, and that man worked every hour, every minute he was awake, he created something. So there's a vault of like 6,000 songs or something that we'll never hear of Prince's music.
Jeez Louise.
But or we might, maybe over the next 1,000 years they'll release. But what an inspiration. To
That's amazing.
Try and create as much as you can while you're awake.
That's amazing. Sure.
Yeah.
So Ross, what are we looking like in the next 5 years from a musical perspective? Like, is there a plan? Is there a vision? Or are you just kind of like rolling with the punches?
Yeah, a bit of both.
Okay.
The plan and vision is I'm writing a songbook. I'm writing as much music as I can.
Yeah.
Same thing as the Prince thing. I'm just writing for no reason.
Yeah.
To get these things out of me and whatever emotions and feelings and just to become a better songwriter.
Sure.
I'll be touring a lot more internationally. It's different now that I've got a lot more solo material. It's really exciting. I've got a lot of music on the way. So another song coming out this year.
Oh,
still
nice.
So working all the time. So. Just exciting.
Good. And would you ever consider doing like a school of music type thing? Because when I think about how many like young kids have the talent but don't know what to do with it, I'm always curious to know if, some of the artists who have kind of made it would ever be willing to like pass those skills down and just help the youngins, and like help them path their way and, make their way in the industry, because it's such a sticky industry and it is so messy and there's so many distractions, but you kind of overcome all of that.
Yeah, but you have to hit some things on the way. You have to deal with some stuff. So I definitely, I'd love to hear from any young artists asking advice. I'm definitely open to that.
Yeah.
People must definitely send me direct messages. I could learn a lot from the youngsters as well.
Sure.
I went to a songwriting thing recently and it was quite inspiring. But everyone, like, it's sort of now given up. Everyone's in the wind. And I think that's sort of a sad thing, as some artists, they can't follow through with certain things.
Yeah.
And just the business advice, the downfall of the business industry. There's too many gatekeepers, man.
Dude, like, see, this conversation I have almost weekly, and the thing that we're struggling with is like, what is the solution?
Yeah.
What are we going to do about the gatekeepers? How do we remove them or adjust them? And they kind of defend themselves and say, well, we're here for a reason because we're separating the fluff from the good stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think a more balance would probably make for a stronger output as far as the quality of music overall.
Yeah.
There's so much good stuff out there that we'll never hear.
Yeah, it's true. I do feel that the youngsters are actually being a lot more, they're less afraid to reach out. They're working more internationally. Look at Will Lindley. I mean, he's doing phenomenal. And I definitely think they're a lot more educated. That's the only advice, the only way to stop it is to educate yourself and don't sign with certain people. I won't say names.
Ooh, we're going to keep that one under wraps. Don't sign with certain people. So, Ross, we have a feature on the show called Traffic Trivia. It's a very, very fun game. Would you like to play it with us?
I'll try.
I love it. 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 Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Ayanda the microphone because she has got some news highlights. When we come back, we're going to play Traffic Trivia with Ross.
The driver's seat on 919. Traffic Trivia.
All right. Okay, cool. So, Ross, the rules are very, very simple. It's pretty much like general knowledge. Did you ever play general knowledge growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally that. So I'm going to pick a letter for you.
I came third on the weakest link, man.
Oh!
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So
on game shows. I've been on game shows.
So you sound like you're the guy to beat, basically.
No, not really. I got lucky.
Oh,
really?
Let's go. So Ayanda, our newsreader, is currently in the lead with 9 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so basically how it's going to happen is the system's going to choose a letter for you, and then you've got 30 seconds to basically respond to each category that I call out.
Oh my God.
So easy, right?
Okay.
Oh, you can do this in your sleep. Yeah, please can you do the count for us? Let us see what letter we're choosing today. All right, I see we've got letter A.
Bring your A game. Bring your A game.
Bring your A game. Okay, cool. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go countdown in 3, 2, 1. A name.
Angela.
A car.
Alfa Romeo.
A country.
Argentina.
An animal.
Art Fock.
A clothing brand.
Anarchy.
A color.
Amber.
A fruit.
Is it Avo is not a fruit. Is it
Fruit or veg.
avocado?
Celebrity.
Angela Bassett.
How many is that?
8!
Oh my goodness!
So close.
So close.
Phew. I'm I'm sure you're the happiest person on earth
I
right
know.
now. That was so close.
Very close.
You know what caught you off guard? It was the fruit or veg.
The fruit of veg.
I thought you were
Apple.
gonna say apple. Come on.
See, that's why I came third, not first.
Oh my gosh, yo, that was hilarious. Okay, cool. So Ayanda, you are still in the lead.
I'm coming back. I want a rematch.
Do you want a rematch?
One day.
I think
I'm gonna go read a book.
no, a rematch is definitely allowed, but 7 is really, really good.
8.
Cool.
8. Actually, 8 is
8's even better than 7.
8's even better than 7. It's
Yeah.
+1. But thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you for
this
having
afternoon,
me.
Ross. I feel like this was really dope.
Beautiful.
Let us know when something else is coming up. Where can our audience stalk you on social media?
Stalk me all you want on Instagram, Facebook, all of the usual suspects.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
through today. So I'm about to play you the brand new song. It is, listen, I'm just going to tell you quickly, check out the music video. If you love the song, then you're going to love the music video. I listened to it and I was really in my feelings. I was like, oh my word, why am I getting all emotional? It's called Honey. It's by the one and only Ross Learmonth right here on 919 FM. And he's just lost to Ayanda on Traffic Trivia, the things that happen. Shocking!